guys, what is happening, and welcome to another episode of Anime Metal Viking with me, your host Viking, and today I will be reviewing the latest album by popular Christian metalcore band Demon Hunter. This band have definitely evolved during the course of their career, and just like their 2010 album The World is a Thorn, this album is a testament to that fact. Now, without further delay, let's do this! Now, even though Demon Hunter's sound has gone through various changes in songwriting and style, one thing is certain: they have always maintained a level of consistency throughout their different phases. However, this particular album seems to be a blend of all their phases when it comes to the instrumentals. While there are several elements of their current metalcore sound, there are several riffs, drumming elements and other melodic elements that draw from their nu metal inspired days found in their early albums and from their alternative metal side building up to The World is a Thorn. Also, the guitar solos are still really good. The band is still using a lot of synths, which is something I don't mind, as I personally enjoy a lot of metal genres that use synths to great effect. Otherwise, not much has changed regarding the band's overall tone and sound, with the exception of certain tracks like One Step Behind and Raining Down, which actually surprised me and stood out from the others. Ryan Clark is not a bad vocalist by any stretch of the imagination. He is obviously inspired by the melodic death metal styled vocalists, and it is no wonder that his vocals blended so well with the likes of Christian Alvestum and Bjorn Strid on The World is a Thorn. The only thing that does disappoint me regarding his singing is that he sticks to the same range and never really tries to push his vocal range to new heights like Bjorn and Christian have. I get that the band is trying to play it safe by retaining a sense of familiarity when it comes to the vocals, but I can hear that Ryan has so much potential and he should try to expand his range when it comes to future albums. The lyrics on this album are a lot more straightforward regarding the band's Christian stance. Now, this isn't a bad thing. While I'm not one for the cringy lyrics that a lot of Christian bands are known for, and I will admit that there are some Christian bands that can pull it off without making non-Christians cringe and coming off as forcing people to convert or something, Demon Hunter is one of those bands that pulls it off well. Their past albums are a testament to that fact. One just needs to compare the way that they wrote the lyrics from The World is a Thorn all the way back to their first album and the way they've been writing them in recent years, and one can see that although there is a slight difference, it isn't something that seems to bother their fan base at all. The lyrics on this album are a lot more straightforward regarding the band's Christian stance. Now, this isn't a bad thing. While I'm not one for the cringy lyrics that a lot of Christian bands are known for, I will admit that there are some Christian bands that can pull it off without making non-Christians cringe and coming off as forcing people to convert or something. Demon Hunter is one of those bands that pulls it off well. Their past albums are a testament to that fact. One just needs to compare the way they wrote their lyrics for The World is a Thorn all the way back to their first album and the way they've been writing them in recent years, and one can see that although there is a slight difference, it isn't something that seems to bother their fan base at all. I think that all this band is trying to do is prove that they have a good message to tell through their music that can appeal to people of all walks of life and regardless of what they believe. The production on this album is actually quite decent. Granted, this album lacks the heaviness and aggressiveness of The World is a Thorn. This applies to the songwriting too, but Demon Hunter have always been known to have a more ambient tone to their songs and have always been one of the more radio-friendly sounding bands. Now, I know there are a lot of metalheads who cannot stand radio-friendly rock or metal music, but Demon Hunter's sound has always remained consistent and they have had their heavy points, so it's not like they are afraid of going darker or heavier. There are plenty of songs in their discography that could never be played on radio due to lack of clean vocals and having a darker sound in comparison to other tracks. But overall, I really enjoyed the more ambient and softer sound that they decided to go for on this album. So, with everything taken into consideration, who will enjoy this album? Well, fans of metalcore, modern melodic metal, alternative metal, and melodic death metal will definitely enjoy this album. While it isn't a heavy album per se, and it's definitely got a more radio-friendly sound, the instrumentals and Ryan's vocals should be enough to appreciate. There is a chance that fans of more mainstream genres of rock will enjoy this, but that all depends on what their stance is regarding harsh vocals. I would have to rate this album 7.4 out of 10. While it certainly lacks the same punch and energy as The World Is a Thorn, it is still a solid album, and I appreciate the band's dedication to staying consistent and not changing what doesn't need to be fixed. However, Ryan should still consider expanding his vocal range if he really wants fans to be blown away on the next album. The album was released on the 31st of March 2017 via Solid State Records and is available online for streaming and purchasing and at your local record store. And that concludes this review for today. What are your thoughts on this album and on Demon Hunter in general? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to see more content like this, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and share this video with your friends. Also guys, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and DeviantArt for more awesome news and updates regarding the channel and the entertainment industry in general. I am Viking, and until next time guys, have a kick-ass day.